Bloody Mary in the glass. See her smile, then she'll pass.
From Tokyo to London, from playgrounds to castles, children whisper to the glass. The faces change, the names change, but the mirror remembers them all. This is not the story they tell you by the fire. This is the one they hide under the floorboards. They say her name in whispers, Mary, 3 times, into glass, into shadow. A game, they call it. But games grow from roots, and hers are older, darker, and buried in crimson. To find her, we must peel back the glass to the first name etched in blood. The first Mary was a queen, Mary Tudor, daughter of Henry. They called her Bloody Mary. She longed for a child, but bore only fire. 300 men and women burned at her decree. In her chambers they whispered that she stared into polished glass, begging it to reveal the child she would never hold. When you call for Mary in a mirror, perhaps it is the Queen who answers. But mirrors do not hold one face alone. Others leaned too long over their own reflection. But Mary was not alone. In Hungary, another face leaned too long over glass. Elizabeth Báthory, the Blood Countess. She believed youth lived in skin, in warmth, in red. They say she immersed herself in crimson waters, candlelight painting her reflection across stone walls. In the world she was fading. In the red she believed she bloomed again. Vanity became a curse, and in time her face blurred into Mary's. But not all Marys wore crowns. In Brazil she became a schoolgirl. They call her Loira do Banheiro, the blonde of the bathroom. Some whisper her name was Maria Augusta. Forced to marry at 14, not long after she fell sick and died. Her family's home became a school, and with it, a curse. Students say she never left. They see her in mirrors, hear her in stalls, and scratch her name into cracked tiles. The Queen's ghost became a child's curse. In Japan, she waits in silence. Hanako-san, a child in the 3rd stall. Some say she hid during the bombings of 1945, the walls collapsing around her. Others say she was taken by cruel hands, never to leave. She does not need a crown or crimson water. She needs only a stall and a voice brave enough to call her name. And by the rivers, her face still waits. La Llorona, Mexico's weeping woman, who drowned her children and was swallowed by her grief. Her story became a warning whispered by mothers at night, clinging to riverbanks and the shadows where children once played. The water became her mirror, her veil, her grave. Speak her name, and the sob you hear may not be your own, but hers, drifting across the black glass of the river. Different names, different lands, but do you see it now? Mary Tudor, Elizabeth Báthory, Maria Augusta, Hanako La Llorona, a queen, a countess, a schoolgirl, a child, a mother, all bound to reflection. Bloody Mary is not one ghost. She is many. And when you whisper her name into the mirror, you call them all